Hello, Jason Dwyer from Dwyer Property Investments. Today I want to talk to you about the unique drivers behind the Sunshine Coast property market and why I, as an investment consultant, believe that the Sunshine Coast and surrounding area is the best property investment region in Australia for the medium to long-term property investor. While other property markets across the nation have had periods of decline and fluctuation across recent years, the key influencing drivers behind the Sunshine Coast market remain very strong and continue to drive year-on-year capital growth. One of the biggest influences on property prices is population growth. It makes sense that the more people who need housing in the region, the higher the demand, therefore the higher the prices are. 6,000 people migrated from interstate to the coast in 2022 alone, with an additional 9,000 set to arrive in 2023. Overseas migration, which is now only just really opening up, is predicted to add another 2,000 people to these figures. More and more people are discovering and loving the Sunshine Coast for its lifestyle, jobs and opportunity. The region is in hot demand. Where traditional cities are feeling the pain of rejection, smart regions with amenity, opportunity and desirable lifestyles are seeing an influx of people. Of all those Australians who moved homes in Australia since 2020, 88% of them chose Queensland. In addition to permanent migration, tourism on the Sunshine Coast is higher than ever, which now sees more visitors and booked accommodation nights each year than the Gold Coast. It really is a pretty simple formula for investors, as it's a basic supply and demand situation. The combination of population growth and undersupply of new dwellings continues to drive demand from both new buyers and for rental accommodation. The current forecast for undersupply of dwellings in southeast Queensland for the next 3 to 5 years is 20,000, which means more people trying to buy or rent a smaller number of properties. Levels of infrastructure development impact property prices indirectly in two ways. Building infrastructure creates more jobs, so more people want or need to work in the area. Better infrastructure also means better facilities and services for the residents, making the region a more desirable place to live. And there is currently $12.5 billion in infrastructure investment approved, which is the highest level of infrastructure spend per capita in the country. This investment in infrastructure encourages new businesses to move to the Sunshine Coast, with companies like Yui Car Insurance and Bonza Airways moving their national head office to the Sunshine Coast. And with the new Maroochydore CBD development, more companies are sure to follow. Over 26,000 jobs have been created in the past 5 years alone. The 2032 Olympics were awarded to Southeast Queensland, and the Sunshine Coast will shine on screens across the globe. So what this means for investors is a strong rental return and excellent capital growth. We have fact sheets available with all this information, so contact me as we can also discuss if a Sunshine Coast investment property is right for you. Thank you.